Hi. What's up, guys?
Hello. Again. Did you listen
With the disdain of the again. Like, do we need that?
Did you listen to Coach McVay?
I got to hear him talk for a little bit before practice. It was a blast. Incredible to have him here on campus. Some of our players got to, when they didn't have class, so they were able to come check him out. It's just cool to hear him speak and hear that messaging, hear the things he was trying to convey to the coaches, some of his philosophy stuff. It was pretty cool.
He talked a lot about marrying the run and the pass. How important is that in football in general and in Jed's system?
Yeah, there's a lot of carryover of some of the things we're trying to do. And so that's going to show up a little bit here, but we can't do exactly what they're doing. We have some differences and some variations, but the stuff they do is pretty great.
You have a lot of kind of shiny new toys on offense, quarterbacks, some new wide receivers. But how important is it to make sure that the running game is established, consistent?
For me, that's our goal. That's my goal this spring is to really focus on the run game and get it detailed up and make sure we're doing the right thing. So that carries over when we go in the season. And so far, it's looked like we've made some good progress, and we just got to keep building on it.
What goes into establishing it, going into the fine stuff, getting the run game?
Sure, yeah, just the details of it about making sure our landmarks are appropriate and making sure our combinations are right. Hey, I got. Can you come talk to me for a minute? No. Ciro would like to detail up the run game. Come on.
Special guest.
Yeah, we got a special guest right now. It's fantastic. These guys would love to know about how we're attacking the defense with the run game right now. It feels like feels like there's wide freeway type holes right now. What do you see out there in terms of the run game?
Exactly what you see, Coach.
Fantastic. It's coachable. I'll pay you later. Good job. It's NIL money. We can do that.
So does having someone like Jonah Coleman maybe make the offensive line's job a little bit easier?
I feel like Jonah's done a great job so far. He's done a fantastic job getting here, getting graduated. He had a lot of work to do to get it done, and he nailed that. And it was a huge deal for him to be here in spring so he can get acclimated, just like all the other young guys that are coming in. He's done a great job learning. He's put his nose down and just said, I'm going to figure out how to do all this, with the learning, with the assignments, with pass protection, which is always the hardest thing for running backs, especially new ones, especially coming from high school. And he's done great. He's done great with all that stuff. We'd expect him, like a lot of the other young guys we have here, to make an early impact.
Sure. His body type is kind of rare. I mean, in terms of how strong he is, yet he's also quick. It seemed like when you guys were going live, guys didn't have a great time tackling him.
He's not fun to tackle. It's kind of he's got some different angles to get him down, and he's got great balance. He does a really good job staying on his feet, trusting his keys, and he's got some natural ability too, where it makes it look simple at times. So we just want to keep developing the run game, and hopefully he's part of it.
The offensive line, Big Jonah's been in there. What have you seen out of him? His progress.
He came in. He came in early, like the rest of the group. That 22 class that's come in. He was a little out of shape, and that's okay because most of those guys were. It's hard for a guy that size, to have the same condition that we like. But right now, he's done a great job of getting to that point where. He looks like he's on the same condition level as everybody else. But past that, he's done a great job on his assignments. He's been diligent, getting in, as much time as he can extra to watch film. And it's not too much for him. So, with his size and his quickness, he should be able to help us soon.
Assuming that Josh Baker is healthy, how many offensive linemen do you trust at this point?
Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close to double digits. We're not there yet, though. We're fighting to get to that spot. But a lot of the guys have made huge improvements from last year. Some of it comes from just being around us a lot. Some of it's learning the system, and the new guys have come in and fought their tail off. So I can't ask much more from those guys except to execute great tomorrow, and hopefully we can do that and have some fun with it and put on a good show, make it look like football.
What's been the biggest change in terms of understanding the system for them? What do you think that they're understanding?
Some of it's just time on task. You know, you'd love to say, well, I coach this different or we're doing something different. We're really just trying to stay the course and letting those guys get more reps, you know, getting more comfortable. You know, it was a weird time to come in. You know, last year we're still in the middle of the pandemic and we're hopefully getting out of that right now. But just getting a course of normalcy where it feels like we're doing the same things. We're not doing Zoom meetings and stuff like that. So, you know, this all helps.
Back in the day at USC, you guys had a lot of really good running backs. It was hard to keep everybody happy, right? I mean, there's only one ball. Maybe you can play two at a time, but not more than that. You have a lot of good running backs now. I know not all of them are healthy and not all of them are here, but how do you manage that as a staff?
Yeah, I think the competition, to your point, I think competition is going to show. I think it's going to shine through, and the best guys are going to play, and it's going to bring the guys who are, you know, maybe not in the, you know, maybe the going with the ones right now. It's going to get those guys to raise their game and raise their level. So I feel like, as much as, you know, some guys we only have a couple guys out there right now. I think those guys on their way back, they're going to come out raring to go because they know that, you know, the competition is on. It's happened across positions in the receiver group. It's happened in the O-line group, tight ends, quarterbacks. Competition is a beautiful thing.
Cool. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Coach Carroll. Coaches, please head inside.
That's it?
So we can start our next session, please.
We're out.
How would you assess the running back group's overall performance last season?
Physical group, played a lot of guys, shuffled them in and out. Now they have the offense now. They did special things. Mike's more like a third down back, but a utility back. So now they got the offense. They're playing and they're a little more complete now than they were last year. They're understanding the offense a little bit more after being a year in it.
And that makes a difference.
It's a huge difference because now you're able to see things before they happen from the front. What can they actually do to you? You see they're a lot more patient now than they were last year.
Where do you think's been the biggest improvement in terms of Stevie's game from last year to?
Just knowledge. He understands a lot more. He's answering questions, and literally just the knowledge base. He's gotten a little bit bigger. He's 204 right now, so that definitely gonna help him out with his confidence.
I know he's getting a ton of reps right now because a couple guys are banged up, but it's kind of hard not to notice Jonah Coleman when he's out here. What are your initial impressions?
Jonah Coleman's a football player. We knew that when we got him. He committed to us in March last year, so it was basically just holding on. But we got a great group, obviously led by Wiley and, you know, Drake, the senior citizens in the group, I kind of call them. And then you got your baby coming up pretty well, just like Stevie last year. When you're in a room like that, they help you. They help you develop. So, and I expect that from my guys.
When you look at their physique, Stevie's a little bit taller, maybe a little smoother. Jonah is, obviously, he's shorter, more powerful. How can his physique help him to be effective?
Well, I look at physiques totally different than a lot of people do. It's called football. You got to play. I expect Stevie to do the same things that Mike's doing. I expect Jonah to do the same things Drake's doing. Now, they got different things once they get in open space, but I expect them all to do a bit of the same thing. If I took the numbers off, they should look exactly the same.
What's been most impressive to you about Jonah during your spring?
Just knowledge, smart, really smart. Our offense is difficult. Him being able to pick up blitzes and recognizing the defense is huge. He had a play where he was in there with his co-classmate, and they changed the protection, and it was like, whoa, that was cool. You know what changed the protection? Jonah jumped over. We were able to ram it out, and it was pretty cool to see that.
No, you mean Noah?
Yeah.
His classmate? Okay.
Did I not say Noah?
You said his classmate. I don't think.
Oh, classmate.
I don't know
No.
who changes the protections. I guess it could be the center or the.
Well, the quarterback can change it. You know, Coach Fish is going to give them the control when they can actually do it. He and Coach Carroll and Coach Doherty.
Is blitz pickup like usually the last thing
No.
comes for guys?
No, blitz pickup is a fist fight for 30 seconds. If you fight, you got a chance. It's literally organized fighting on a football field. He's trying to get to the quarterback, and you have to fight. And that's ultimately what it is. Now, we get your techniques, but you got to fight.
What about just recognizing it, seeing it?
That's half the battle. If you know who you have to block, use right techniques, you'll be fine. And that comes back to reading the fronts. And, you know, for a young player like Jonah, but for Drake and Mike, my seasoned guys, and Stevie, they pick him up right away. They'll point the safety out. He's coming.
When Rayshawn Luke gets here in summer, what element is he going to bring?
I'm just making sure he can enjoy high school the next couple of weeks and go to the prom, get here and learn. We have a luxury right now that he can learn, and that's important. That he can learn. Jonah can help him out. Learning is half the battle. Because then once you learn, you can play fast. And again, his name is Speedy. You can't use that speed if you don't know where you're going.
When he gets here, that'll be, I think, what, 6 running backs? In
6 scholarship running backs, yes.
Scholarship running backs? It's a lot of guys.
Well, you need them.
Hard to-
It's like catchers. You can't have too many of them in baseball.
How do you keep them all happy? I mean, everybody wants the ball. Everyone wants to play.
That's a good question. My freshman year, when I was at Ohio State, Bobby Turner, who I think is the best running back coach in the world, told us, I got 80 of you guys and I have one ball. Whoever controls the ego gonna get the ball. So I tell my 6 guys, I got 6 of y'all and one ball. Whoever controls the ego gonna get the ball.
How does one distinguish himself from the pack?
Making plays, picking up blitzes, being a complete back. We do a lot of stuff. You got to be able to catch the ball. You got to be able to protect. And when you get the opportunities to run, you got to make sure you're physical, your eyes are open, make big plays. We need to make more explosive plays in the secondary.
Sure.
The offensive lineman, that's a big part for the running back getting the holes. What progress have you seen out of that group?
Just the knowledge. Being in the system a whole nother year and understanding last year, this time last year was like, whoa, am I lining up where I'm supposed to go? Now they know to line up. They have a chance. They've seen the reps. They get to watch themselves on tape now. Remember now, when we installed this offense, we had no footage of them doing it. Now you have an opportunity to see what's right and what's wrong. And learning from watching is always going to help.